Welcome back to Game 2 here on July 30th with my Eldritch Moon Elves. Game 1 we lost to blue-green Threshold, I guess. Not really a madness deck because there wasn't any mad discarding going on. It was just blue-green getting cards in the graveyard, beefing up Mongoose and Werebear. So here we are, match 2, just in the tourney practice room, trying to get a feel for what meta looks like before I sink money into a league. Interesting, we can go Kyrian into Birchlore into Priest. I'm gonna keep it. This is a really odd and potentially risky keep. Alright, so this would be a good one to get that longbow down if we're playing fairies. There's blue mana, so we can go... We can play Birchlore, Island, cancel, we don't want to return an island, we want to make green mana with those two, tap our island, play Priest. Now we can make lots of mana next turn and get some more Birchlores down, put out the longbow and start pinging stuff. This dodgy keep might have been a smart one. The trick's going to be, is he holding up a counterspell? No, he is snapping Priest. It might not be a bad thing. We need 4 mana to make this work. So there's 1 mana, 2, 3 mana. Oh, and he's snapped back. Well, I'm not running into a counterspell, so we're going Nettle Sentinel, and we're going to make some green mana and Birchlore, and always yes, always yield, let that hit, and we're going to Birchlore that one into that. And I am not casting... Well, you know what? I have not played a land, so I'm going to play out the longbow. Now, if he wants to counter the longbow, there we go. I'll take that. Counter the longbow. Now I'll put my priest down. Not ideal, but... Now we get the priest down at least. So whatever we draw next turn, we can play. Unfortunately, we don't have the longbow. That's another one on reflection. Maybe I should have played the priest back into the counter so that I could drop the longbow. Visionary. Let's get our card. And it's a forest. We won't tell him that. Swing with a bunch of dudes. That'll work. So, another situation where we can race a blue deck, but they might be able to counter us out of any good stuff. So we will take the slow route and not use the carry-in to untap Nettle because I'm a goofball. I'm not playing the Huntmaster out into the counter. One of the things against a control deck like blue with counters or mono black with sack effects and targeted removal, with elves you generally hold everything up and go for big turns. If you're playing one thing at a time, they can draw one removal answer at a time. And that doesn't do you any good. Put priest down, get our Nettle untapped. I sort of violate that here just because there's the option to, if they play a counter, then I can get my Huntmaster down. But we're going to sit back. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power on board, so he can't attack because we went on crackback. We get the Well-Wisher down. And even if he counters this, he could still have another counter up. A Spell Stutter. That's unpleasant. No biggie. Still can't attack us. So we will go into holding pattern. Get a third piece out that we can play. It's kind of tricky because he could be drawing into counters where maybe he played his last one with the Spell Stutter. Now he's pondering. You know, it's what do we do exactly? Maybe we aim for a distant melody and try to bait a counter on the melody and then get our stuff down. So, ideally we want the Huntmaster first, because then the Vanguard will go off with tokens. Maybe we want the Vanguard, then the Elf. Yeah, we would want... Ideal order would be Vanguard, Huntmaster, Sentinel. Just going to sit and hold tight. There really isn't anything that we can do there. Because a Nettle's not worth a counter, but the other two are. What we need are multiple cards that require a counter, because then he won't have the mana to get to all of it. And we get something that had to be answered. I mean, he could have been attacking this whole time, because even if we swing with everything, he can block stuff. Alright, so... play the Huntmaster. Do we get a counter? Counters it. Okay. Now if he has another counter, then he's got another counter. Nothing I can do about that. Always yield to the Vanguard. And drop our Nettle. So 8 mana, 1 spell countered. We got 3 through. And now next turn we should be able to swing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 15 power on the board next turn. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. Not sure if it means we get through 10 damage or not. We'll do the math when we get to it. Alrighty. So if we swing, he can... Okay, block, block, block. Yeah, we'll just get through with a bunch of 1/1s. I really need a Timber Watch here. Distant Melody would be a great pool. Dover. At some point he's got to just start going over the top with something. I mean, why isn't he attacking with at least one of these flyers, right? There we go. 5-turn clock. Nothing I can do about it. He's killed our longbow already. What we need... Alright, does this change the math? It's got 4 blockers. So 2, 5, 7, 8. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Power. Might have a counter spell, and then I'll crack back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it worth the risk? Don't know that it is. I mean, it does beef our Vanguard. So the Vanguard won't die unless he multi-blocks it. So this will, at a minimum, slow him down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage getting through. Eat a counter. And there's that. There we go. Alright. So we still have our priest from Mad Mano. The Vanguard lived, and there's nothing he can do. Alright, so... Fairies don't like scatter shots. We'll go down 1 vines. We will go down 1 Timber Watch and 1 Mana Elf, maybe? I mean, the longbow, because I can get reusability out of it. Let's drop the Timber Watch there. Do we want anything else? I don't think so. Let's run that. Lots of ways to kill the fairies and potentially work on his flyers with the longbow if we can get a longbow to stick. Alright, we're going to keep this. If we get to a second mana, this is aggressive keep because it's not a Carrion Ranger and it's not a mana elf. But we get there. Okay, So now we're going to be careful what we play out because we don't want to run into the spell stutter. Well, it can't be spell stuttered, it could be counterspelled. We'll fetch an island out. And let's go to attacks. Maybe he does something silly like baits out an attack or something. Kind of flash. You know, drop the spell stutter, kill the birch lore. Not knowing we have a backup. Now, of course, we're in spell stutter range to kill the priest. But we've got enough mana we can hard cast a Hunt Master if we need to. Ninja. Yep. Okay. But we should be able to get the priest down now because he only has 1 mana open. Alright, so he's gearing up for his next turn and we're going to go off on ours too. So we're going to get priest down. Alright, so how do we want to do this? We want to get the vanguard down. He doesn't know we have this forest. He knows we have the island. So we will go island into Titania. Ooh! Okay. Yes. That was not cool. Ooh. So he is set way back. Okay. So that's 2 days on that. What can I get out of this? Nothing. Let's get the island down and we'll pass. That sets him back significantly. He does have the spell stutter in hand. He can play an island. So now he's winning the race. He's drawing cards. So we really don't want to play a birch lord because he can spell stutter it. But we don't want to play priest into just 2 blue open mana. I forget about Daze so much because it's such a high dollar card. It's just not out there in the general, the practice room. And not even sure if it's that prevalent in the leagues. I haven't looked at a blue list on Goldfish in a while. So it might well be that it's just not around. So the question is, do we... I would rather the priest get countered. Than the Hunt Master. Let's see if we can eat a Hunt Master. Or a counter. Nope. Alright. We know he's got the spell stutter. Let's see if we can get him to flash it in and kill it. Nope, we already got the blockers. Play our forest. And we'll sit tight. We want to get the Hunt Master down, get our rangers going. Trick's going to be, do we have 2 things that need to be countered next turn? Well, we're taking 3. Another ninja? As long as he doesn't draw an island, that kind of works for me, because that will let us go really wide and we can start to block and kill the ninjas. Delver. No worries. I think we're going to be fine. Go Huntmaster. Put you down. Always yes, always yield. Tap 2. Tap you. And you. Okay. Cast that. Alright. Now we got a lot of dudes, so it's going to be a matter of his Delver getting over us, but we can eat at least one ninja this turn. And we could just block one with the Huntmaster and jump with the Elves warriors on the other, so you really can't attack with the ninja. If we manage to stick a melody, that would be phenomenal. And again, he's got to worry about the crackback kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power out there. No blocks. Now the question is, can we just live long enough to tap our Well-Wisher once? Or is it going to get paper snagged or piracy charmed? We're going to eat 5 in the air. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 power on the board, so we can't kill him in one turn. Unless he fears, you know, a Vines again. Snap it. Yeah, he snapped it. So, unless we get the longbow, I don't think there's any way for us to win. Because we need a longbow. And we need to kill at least one of those flyers. Don't think we're getting it. Line of our elf. Yep, that's it. Alright. Well, we've got the scatter shots in there. Do we want the Timber Watches over something? I don't think so. I think we're built right. Yeah, I think we're built right. Alright, let's play first. Mulligan that. Get that noise out of here. 1, 2... he kept 7. This is going to be disgusting, but we're going to keep it. We'll take a forest. We need double forest. Alright. So we want to get in with the nettle. Drop a carrion. Pick up the... well, drop 2 forests into Well-Wisher, because he can't counter it now. He could snap it, but that's going to set him back again. That kept us in last game. Let's go Well-Wisher. is if we can start to build up some life early, we might be able to hold out, you know, live even longer on the race. We'll be picking up 8 life next turn because we're going to play both of these elves. That's going to give us 4 elves on board, and with the Kyrian we can bounce the forest, tap the Wisher. So we're definitely going to stock up on intangible resources. Does he want to give up the Delver? Of course not. Let that land. Let that land. And go. Alright. We're going to take 3. We're going to gain 8. He's in a pickle here. This is a good spot for us, I think. Still going to gain 8. And the ability's already on the stack, so we are getting our life. So that helps. That puts us back to 24. That was silly. I'm going to have tap nettles. And is he going to counter the Vanguard? He knows we got the Well-Wisher. He does not. Well, he might just bounce it. I mean, we can't get the... Can't get the Well-Wisher sequence going again this turn, and that arguably might be more lethal to him. So that might be what he's, you know, in terms of just outlasting him. He's not going to race 8 life a turn. So he's got to hold out for the Well-Wisher and shut that down. So if we're lucky, we'll draw into either a second Well-Wisher or something else that at 2 mana will let us do fun. Oh, okay. Especially if we can find blue, my goodness. So we want to Well-Wisher. Always yes, always yield. There we go. He's going to counter that. Deprive. And tap. Did we play a forest this turn? No. Untap that dude. Play that. Tap that. Get priest down. Now if he's got a daze, that really sucks. He does not. Always yield to that. And we are not attacking here. Alright. We're going to eat 5? Or is it he's going to leave a blocker back? There's no way we're going to land a melody as it is. We need multiple threats. We need to get around counters. I need to draw like Vanguard, Huntmaster, Island. That's not terrible. So that might be the sort of thing that lets us get into a melody. Because I really, he can't let that. But because I got a Kyrian, I can just bing bing kill that insectile in 2 taps. So he has to kill the scatter shot. So we need, don't know if I want a birch lore or an island more. I mean, the birch lore is nice because it lets me get all funky with the tap taps. But the island he can't counter. So I think an island off the top will do nicely. Forest. I don't need to play it. 5, we could potentially take 6 a turn. That's not good. Again, what's that? 4 lands in the top 12 cards of the deck? 1/5 of the deck, 1/3 of the land. So he's got something he's going to play. Spell stutters and whatnot. Ninjas. Alright, so we got a ninja. He's going to draw. He can replay the Spire Golem for 1 mana. Still have 2 up for 1 counter. And then if he's got dazes and whatnot. So give me something sweet. Alright. That's really not what I wanted to see. If he lets it come in, the Vanguard can swing. So they bounce. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 8 power on the board. I don't think we are coming back on this. Is he? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, darn it. Could have killed the ninja. And I don't think, even if we get both of these down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power, we can't kill him here. No blue. Well, that's how it goes. Flyers killed us. That is a perfect demonstration of why Spider Silk is so much better than Limithread, because you get the reach on it. So try to cobble something together on a budget with scatter shots and the longbow, and it doesn't always come together. Alright, thanks for watching. Maybe our next game will be a little bit better.